ODC. I heard it, one-day church or one-day structures. But you
Yes.
know, what we're talking about here, we're actually looking at roofs over Africa. That actually preceded
That's right.
one-day church.
They
So
they
talk to
kind
us
of they
about that.
blend together just a
Yes.
little bit, but the idea of so many congregations in parts of our world that worshiped in a church that they could not afford to put a roof on. They'd put up walls, but they couldn't put a roof. That caught the attention of some of our people. And Garwin McNeilis was the guy that really drove that. And Garwin, if you're here or if you're watching, you know, we are very proud of what happened with
Yes.
one-day structures and the roofs over Africa. But I want to tell you that got into a big gear. And some of you may remember the convention in I forgot what year it was now, but we actually
2008.
had a structure up on the stage, and there was a church without a roof. And during the actual offering call, that roof came down from the ceiling and lodged on there. Well, I want you to know that over the course of that project, we have had almost 11,000 roofs that have been put on churches around our world.
And that's just for the roofs over Africa.
That's just roofs over Africa,
So
Debbie.
now let's talk one-day structures.
And then we said, okay, one-day church or one-day structures. And here's what's fascinating with that. We kind of put the roofs on a back burner and said, let's build the whole church. And bringing some steel together, and the whole idea was we can put a crew together, we can make this so simple, like putting together a puzzle, and we can have a group of people come in and put together an entire church in one day. How many people here in our audience have ever been part of putting up a one-day church? All right, we've got people that have done that. You know you can do it in one day.
Yes.
And I want you to know that we say one-day structures because we had one-day churches, Debbie,
Yes.
and one-day schools. We've had a one-day hospital, a one-day clinic. There's one-day greenhouses.
Yes.
So we say structures, and I want you to know that ASI, you and through your offering and support, we have put up almost 11,000 one-day structures. And I may be off by 10 or 20 there, but we're talking almost 11,000 of both roofs and one-day structures. That means 22,000 congregations in our world are having a place that they can worship.
And you know, it's really interesting, Dan, because as many as that sounds, it hasn't even scratched the surface. There are still churches out there that don't have a roof.
That's right.
Or there are congregations or villages that don't have a church. And if you'll remember from last year when we talked with Antoinette, we understood how important it was for a congregation to have a church because it became like a beacon in the community. And it drew people to them because people thought, wow, that's a place where I want to go.
Right.
So it actually acted a little bit like you know, it was like witnessing.
An invitation.
An invitation.
It was
yeah.
a destination.
Yes.
It became a destination to worship.
Yes. So it was wonderful.